And the player introductions are wrapped up. The starting fives for both teams. As we're just about ready to get this one started. 2K Sports presents the NBA. Monday Night Basketball is coming right up. And tonight, we've got the Los Angeles Lakers playing against the Detroit Pistons here at Little Caesars Arena. Alongside Greg Anthony, Coach Stan Van Gundy, and our reporter, the Hall of Famer David Aldridge, I'm Kevin Harlan. And tonight, we'll be joined by the man with his finger on the pulse of the NBA, no one better than Shams Charania. Shams, it is so great to have you courtside with us.
Well, Kevin, thank you so much. Talking basketball is what and honestly, we were born to do, so let's do it.
Look at the guys by our side, man. We all love this game. Let's go right in. Here are the starters for Los Angeles. Austin Reeves out there with Doncic. Then there's Hayes. Then there's Dorian Finney-Smith. And it's James in at the 4. And for Detroit, inside for him, it's Harris and Durant. The backcourt pair will be Cunningham and Ivy. And it's Thompson in at the 3, the small forward. And since the Phil Jackson era, Shams, the Lakers are now on their 7th, I can't even believe I'm saying it, 7th coach in the last 14 seasons. What a turnstile that has been.
They're keeping us reporters busy, huh? To me,
yeah, they are.
It's all about stability now moving forward with the Lakers. I do believe they intend to give their new head coach plenty of opportunities over the next few seasons to continue to coach and continue to be the coach for the long term. You have to figure out the recipe of success, not only now, but moving forward. And the Lakers, from what I'm told, want to give their new head coach the opportunity to build for the long run.
And I love what you said, the word stability. They need it in LA.
Just slicing his way to the rim. Just look at this kid, Ivy, go.
Here's Doncic. Rebounded by Cade Cunningham. Detroit with the ball. 4-point game. They're coming off that win against the Nets.
Well, on the road, you don't expect to look so comfortable on the offensive end, but that was the story of the game.
Well, it comes down to preparation. They were ready for that game and kept the crowd out of it for the most part.
Harris. The Lakers with the rebound.
Not really what we expected. You know he wants that one back.
Hey, Shams, for the past decade that you've been a major player in the NBA, it's been LeBron's league, it's been Curry's league. Who else is going to take over this league, you think, coming up around the corner?
Given the NBA Finals we just had, have to throw in Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, and Luka Doncic into the fold as far as faces of the NBA. But Nikola Jokic is so good. He will be one of the guys for a while. Giannis Antetokounmpo, you have to mention him as well. But ultimately, you have to also keep an eye on Victor Wembanyama, the way that Victor Wembanyama could take over the league. And already, so early, was so special. Victor Wembanyama is someone to keep an eye on.
Okay, they've just passed a note down to me, our gang here. What about Anthony Edwards at Minnesota? He's another one, right? Young American player who is really making an impact.
Anthony Edwards, Devin Booker, you have to consider those two as well. And it's special, the crop of young players that we have coming up in this league. One of them is sure to emerge as this generation's, whether you want to call it Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, LeBron James, there will be a face out of this crowd.
And we cannot wait. Cunningham. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Luka Doncic.
It's on Luka Doncic.
Yeah, this guy's so clever and crafty. Cunningham with a world-class fake.
The Pistons shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game.
Cunningham. 2 shots.
The first free throw is good. And the league continuing, Shams, to tweak the rules around replay review. But would you set a time limit to maybe tweak it a little bit?
Have to, right? Especially some of these games and the way they're ending. It's something to try. If you can't find a cause to really overturn in a minute or two, let's keep this game moving. I think we all love a free-flowing game.
I agree.
Well, pretty much a 6'6" point guard. Cade Cunningham was the first pick in the draft because of his playmaking. Rare for someone of his size.
No good from LeBron. And so it's Harris who will bring it up for the Pistons. Cunningham looking it over. Here's Duran. Lays it up off the glass.
Let me tell you something about Jalen Duran. This guy fears no one, and he plays with a mean streak.
Now, here's Doncic. He picked up 15 points in their last win against the Raptors in Toronto.
But he was also doing a great job feeding his teammates, racking up the assists. So important to team chemistry.
Here's Cunningham, following the basket by LeBron James. Thompson outside. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Clever move by the young guy. Thompson sticks with the shot and gets fouled.
Shams, we know you grew up in Chicago. I'm assuming you grew up a Bulls fan. Who didn't?
Shoot 2.
And you had to have a favorite player growing up with those terrific teams.
I was a big-time fan of hoops in general. Definitely someone for me was Kobe Bryant. That someone wasn't a Bulls player. We almost got him one year, but that was someone I grew up watching. Kevin, did you have a favorite team or player growing up?
Well, I love Kobe. I called every season of LeBron and every season of Kobe Bryant. And Bryant actually did stuff for 2K. As you know, not too long ago, before his passing, we sat down for a couple hours. But I hate to rank them because Kobe, Jordan, and LeBron are all right there at the very, very top. Hard to beat Jordan, right?
Very hard to beat Jordan. Obviously, the GOAT, the greatest of all time. Kobe, for me, watching growing up, that was the closest thing that I
These teams were last season's best passers. The squads with the most assists in the NBA. The Lakers in 5th.
Just a gifted passing team. They play the kind of basketball that fans love to watch. Very unselfish and fluid offensively.
He throw good, Milton. All free throws good for Milton. And Shams, nothing gets a workout like your phone. We're here, we're talking NBA, we're watching this game. We got this great group here courtside. You've got 2 phones working, and I'm sure there's a 3rd hidden in your bag. Can you estimate how many texts do you send and receive a day? Is there even a number we can put with that?
Kevin, how many texts do you get a day related to NBA info? You're coming at me. You know the job is, it's hundreds of messages flooding my phone on a daily basis, and the screen time usually in busy seasons tends to be closer to 18 to 20 hours, but this is what we sign up for. This is what we love to inform the audience.
Oh, and I know you love every second of it. Here's Beasley following the basket by LeBron James. No good from Beasley. For Los Angeles, they've gone 4 of 7 from the field, shooting over 50%. The 11-footer, again, Los Angeles.
Milton.
Pistons trail by 3. Pass to Beasley. He's looking for James and finds him. Pass break, the Lakers moving it up. And the dunk by Hachimura.
And proving to be effective around the rim. Hachimura leaving no doubt about that one.
Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, I spoke with Detroit's head coach. I asked him about the game plan to contain LeBron James, and he laughed. He said, there's a way to contain LeBron James. All we can do is try not to give him easy looks and force him to make tough plays. I guess that's the best you can do against King James, guys.
Okay, David, thanks.
Super work on the boards.
That'll be a Pistons
They really want to put their
timeout.
foot down on him now.
Yeah, and once you got him on the ropes, Greg, just keep swinging away.
Yeah, this is the spot where coaches want you to be relentless. Don't even give them a glimpse of hope.
And now the first timeout called here for Detroit.
And Coach can't like what he scene,
for the
trying
Lakers.
to get them refocused.
Goodwin.
Yeah, you have to take a timeout in a situation like this. Stop the bleeding a bit and regroup.
Goodwin's checked in for Shake Milton. Here's Sasser. Still scoreless. Thompson finds Sasser. 6 to shoot. On the wing, Hardaway. Over connect. Hardaway, no good.
But when they're playing off you, you have to make them pay. And he couldn't.
Goodwin. The tip in on the offensive rebound.
Well, you have to love the hustle to follow it up there. Time that tip perfectly.
Hardaway with it. He picked up 15 points in their last win against Brooklyn.
Yeah, and you see this with a lot of great scores. When they're putting up big nights, a lot of times it's because they're making a lot of free throws.
Out left to the wing. Here's Sasser. And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. Shooting the ball so well in this one. A great performance from the field. Right back after this break. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And taking a look at the Lakers' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing in the game?
Boy, their offense looks really good when everyone's in sync. Terrific first quarter.
Yeah, they've looked sharp early on with their offense, getting good chances and converting what they've taken.
Lakers leading by 9. So Shams, when the league brought in that 65 game played rule, it sure seemed to motivate players to suit up.
Those awards aren't just about prestige, Kevin. They're about cold, hard cash. And every summer, we're going to see records set for the biggest contract in NBA history. Every summer that goes by, and that certainly has an effect on players wanting to play and players being in the lineup. Now with the 65 games played rule, there is an incentive for all NBA teams and different accolades.
Yes, well said. The backcourt pair will be Cunningham and Ivy. Inside for him, it's Harris and Duran. And it's Beasley in at the 3 slot. They're the group Detroit will start the second with. And Doncic throws it down.
From ultra close range, Doncic.
And so it's Cunningham. He'll bring it up for the Detroit Pistons. They trail by 9 points. Harris against Hachimura. Now here is Harris. D right on him. Here's Cunningham. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Hachimura's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. And as the salary cap looks set to rise significantly, Shams, any major effects that you can anticipate?
It won't be like the year the Warriors signed KD. They're going to smooth the cap numbers, and it's not going to spike quite the same. But these numbers will continue to get eye-popping when you think about player salary, and you have to keep in mind luxury tax and the new second apron that came into play with the collective bargaining agreement, and that will play a part in how teams build, not putting yourself in a restrictive position to continue to build winning organizations.
A lot of moving parts to contend with, but boy, a lot on the horizon. And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal swing.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
Yeah, and that's maybe something that should be called more. We see a lot of moving screens in today's NBA.
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles. Hayes, he's checked in for Rui Hachimura. Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for Connect. And it's Austin Reeves in for Goodwin. So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles. This game against Detroit here, it's their first meeting of the season.
Yeah, and they swept this matchup the 2 times they played last year. They held the advantage on paper and on the court.
Well, the disparity in talent has been clear-cut, but it's another season and another opportunity to turn the tables.
Shake Milton, is checked in for the Lakers. Shams, you've been around the NBA for a long time now. Which players do you enjoy watching the most?
Greatness, especially the guys that are regarded among the greatest of all time, like LeBron James, like Stephen Curry, like Kevin Durant. You have to throw those in there. But this is a new era, a new crop. The Jason Tatums, Jaylen Browns, Nikola Jokic, Giannis Antetokounmpo. Have to throw Luka Doncic in there. You have Donovan Mitchell, you have Paolo Banchero, you have Tyrese Halliburton, you have Joel Embiid, you have Tyrese Maxey, Jimmy Butler, you have Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Anthony Edwards, Paul George, Kawhi Leonard, Devin Booker, Zion Williamson, Anthony Davis, De'Aaron Fox, Victor Wembanyama. So let's not have anyone here left out.
All right, they're all fun to watch. Got a hand on it.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Out of bounds. Detroit takes possession.
A moment to check out Luka Doncic here. Great showing for him last season. He averaged about 34 points a game last season, 10 assists and 9 rebounds. But that's just part of the picture. His defensive presence goes beyond the stat sheet.
Yeah, his true impact on the defensive end cannot be measured by stats.
Cunningham is not shy about mixing it up down low. He's got a great feel around the rim.
Back to Doncic. Throws it up high, deflects the pass, and the Lakers turn it over again. At the break in the action, we've got a chance now to look at last year's top rebounders. Number 5 is Jalen Duren.
What a season he had in the paint. I mean, his rebounding numbers really mind-boggling. Who wouldn't love to have a guy like that?
Doncic against Cunningham. Passes it to Ivy. Releases. Here's Duren. Misses the layup. He had him with that pump fake.
And we talk about the importance of protecting the rim. Right there, outstanding defense.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, thanks. If you think Luka Doncic makes amazing shots in games, you should see his trick shots. It's legendary stuff with his teammates. Luka says, I'm just making them up. I like to have fun, so sometimes I just try some new stuff. And of course, Kevin, he always feels like they're going in.
Thank you, D.A. He is a magician with the ball. A very creative mind. It's fun to watch. And it's Beasley in the corner. The kick out to Cunningham. Pass to Harris.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
And it's Finney-Smith with the rebound.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Beasley against Reeves. And there's the pass to Finney-Smith. And it's off from three-point range. Beasley against Reeves. Beasley outside. Cunningham on the wing. Guarded by Doncic.
And the way they have controlled the glass this game, really impressive.
Yeah, they're winning the possession battle, and that's often what decides games in the NBA.
And Shams, what an absolute delight it has been having you courtside with all of us tonight. Thank you so much for taking time to join us. It has been a true pleasure.
Thanks so much for the invite. I can't wait to do it again sometime. I'm honored. I'm privileged.
Oh, we are going to hold you to that. Thank you again. And what a treat it was to have Shams stop by. He's definitely become part of the fabric of the NBA.
Yeah, and I'll say this. You won't meet a harder worker in terms of NBA coverage. Shams has amazing dedication to his craft.
Here's what Detroit's going with right now. Stewart checked in for Jalen Duren. Thompson comes in for Tobias Harris. Tim Hardaway Jr. is checked in for Malik Beasley. And Marcus Sasser subbed in for Cunningham. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Here's a look at what's coming up for the Pistons. On Wednesday, they'll tip off a road trip in Charlotte where they'll take on the Hornets. Then on Friday, they're taking on Clint Capella and the Atlanta Hawks.
And for that game against Miami, that's a contest that I'm keeping an eye on. Early on, you love to see games like that one, which should be full of interesting matchups.
Free throw good. Good one. LeBron's checked in for Jackson Hayes. And both free throws good for Goodwin. And you look at the Detroit Pistons, Stan, so much young talent, but the chemistry is a work in progress, clearly.
Well, it is, Kevin, and they're working on it, but it's hard with so many new faces, and they still need a second and third guy that they can build around. They've got a lot of good role players, but they need a couple more stars.
Now here's Thompson. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Brooklyn.
And Ivy, just so difficult to corral. Sometimes you have to foul him and hope he misses.
The Pistons have looked good at the line. They're perfect in 4 attempts.
Taking 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw, no good.
And you have to appreciate the all-out effort Jaden Ivey gives you on the court. He works so hard to find ways to get involved and prove he belongs here.
And the second free throw, good.
Well, as the turnovers come down and the shooting percentages rise, Ivy is having a greater impact on his team's ability to win games.
James. Thompson with the rebound. Can't hit from in close. And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers with a sizable lead as the quarter wraps up. They're ahead 16 points. And their ability to get points in the paint has made all the difference in this one. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much. With J.B. Bickerstaff, coach, what will be the areas of emphasis on defense in the second half?
Well, we got to do a much better job just being physical, fighting them deep down in the post. We got to be very aggressive early, not letting them get deep post catches, make them have to kick the basketball out, not take those easy buckets.
That is doing your work early, and we'll see if you can do it in the second half. Thanks, Coach. Back to you.
Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second half of basketball right after this.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson alongside Shaquille O'Neal and the Jet, Kenny Smith. Let's get to it. It's the Lakers out on top at halftime. They're leading by 16. Kenny, what's your viewpoint?
Their effort on the glass, absolutely key to setting the tone. They wanted to send a message with their physicality, and they wanted to dominate on both ends. A really terrific performance thus far.
And Shaq, what are your thoughts on Detroit?
Just bad interior defense from them throughout the half. They're getting pushed around, not protecting, allowing easy looks. That's the kind of D I love to face. I've had at least 30 by now, guys.
And that'll do it for us. The third quarter about to begin with Kevin Harlan standing by. We'll catch you on the flip side.
My brother.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. This league, Stan, is so deep with talent. Are there any players who you think get overlooked in the conversation?
That's a great question, Kevin. I mean, there are some guys who I think get underrated because they play with other guys who are so talented and draw the attention. One guy that I have really seen lately that I think has been better than people think is Grayson Allen. The best three-point shooter, or one of the best three-point shooters in the NBA, and a very underrated defender.
And he's evolving, isn't he? Looks like he's working on other parts of his game, but he's always been able to shoot, which has been his calling card.
And he's a much more athletic guy than people give him credit.
Taking a look at the Lakers. They've got LeBron James. Doncic out there with Austin Reeves. Then it's Jackson Hayes. And it's Finney Smith in at the 3. Now here is Harris. Over James. It's rebounded by Hayes.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Doncic against Cunningham. Doncic, no good. Pistons trail by 18 after a solid rookie campaign. Coach Jalen Duren had a breakout sophomore year.
Well, Kevin, Jalen Duren knows who he is. Averaging a double-double, but he stays within himself. Doesn't take very many jump shots, shot well over 60%, and he has got a great motor. Well, it's been a frustrating night for him at the offensive end, just not able to give them any kind of a lift.
Ivy against Reeves. Back to Doncic. Shoots from 14. The rebound by Ivy.
Yeah, he hasn't had the best night in the field, but his teammates have had his back.
Thompson with it. Working on Finney Smith. Puts it up from 12. And Cunningham gets it to go on the assist by Thompson. That's now 8 points for Cade Cunningham. Timeout called the Lakers. As the son of 2 professional athletes, Stan, Jaden Ivey was raised around sports. He knows the culture.
Yeah, that's an understatement, Kevin. His grandfather and father both played professional football. His mom played in the WNBA. She's now a college coach, but she also spent some time as an assistant with the Grizzlies. This guy has had sports from the time he was born.
Malik Beasley, he's checked in for Jaden Ivey. Shake Milton, he's checked in for Los Angeles. Lakers leading by 16. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Here's James. And the rebound goes to the Pistons. Duren's got 7 rebounds in the game. Coach, it didn't take long for Cade Cunningham to establish himself as the leader of this team.
Well, Kevin, he's very mature for his age. He was put in a position with all young guys around him, so he had to step up. And I've never heard Cade Cunningham blame anyone else for the team's struggles. He's got everything you could want in a team leader.
That's good from Cunningham.
And what strikes me about Cade Cunningham is he's still growing. He's still capable of doing more on the floor. And he has the work ethic and attitude to make those improvements and become a real factor on the floor.
Hatchimer is checked in for the Lakers. And so Cunningham nails both of them.
And it's easy to see why so many are so high on Cunningham, a talented guard who can do a little bit of everything.
And now we've got some time to check in from the sideline. You got for us, DA?
Kevin, thanks. Obviously, the Pistons in the midst of a long rebuild. 2 seasons in a row at the bottom of the league standings. Last season, they had the worst record in this once proud franchise's history. That counts the record-setting 28-game losing streak that they had. It's pretty clear that this could be a long road back to redemption. Kevin?
Good is the operative word. This could be indeed. David, thank you.
Wow, Cunningham dialing it up from three-point range.
Here's Milton, and he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It's going to be on Kate Cunningham.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
Los Angeles shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
Milton, 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
No good on that one. And you know, Greg, we're seeing so many teams utilizing the dribble handoff.
And it really forces the defense into a bad spot, can create situations where the offense has an advantage, and then it allows you to kind of seek out the matchup.
Looking at who's out there now for the Pistons. Stewart's checked in for Duran. Hardaway comes in for Tobias Harris. And Marcus Sasser subbed in for Cade Cunningham. Milton against Hardaway. Pass to Sasser. Kicks it to Thompson. Had a chance there to cut it to single digits, but it's off target. And so it's Hachimura who brings up the ball for the Lakers. They led by as many as 18 points. Now connect. Clock at 6. Back to Milton. Puts up a deep 3. Detroit with the rebound.
And he's a good shooter from outside, but not sure from that deep.
Yeah, it seems like everybody's jacking him up from way out there these days. You want guys to stay within themselves.
Lakers leading by 11. Pass to Hachimura. Milton looking around. No good. The Pistons have gone 3 of 8 so far in the third quarter, looking to lock in that rhythm. No good there, and that would have cut it to single digits. Pass to Vincent. Pass to connect. Milton in the corner. They could use a bucket. Thompson with the rebound.
Well, that wasn't a bad shot. Defense playing a little loose there. Sometimes it just doesn't go in.
The shot, no good. The Lakers have gone just 25% from the field here in the second half. They're 2 of 8. To the inside, Hachimura. And the dunk by Hachimura.
And that's impressive mobility there. Hachimura is tough to stay with given how quick he rolls in these sets.
Here's Sasser. Nothing on the board. 41 seconds left in the third. For 3, Beasley. Rebound the Lakers. Here's Milton. Good. Milton's got 6.
Man, just adding insult to injury. He just waltzes inside and extends this lead.
Well, it's not going to get any easier if they can't improve their defensive intensity. They got to show some fight.
Here's Stewart following the bucket by the Lakers. Outside Hardaway. Jacks up a 3. Gets the 3-pointer to fall. Hardaway has got himself on the board with 3 there.
Well, the defense can't lose track of him. He's just too talented offensively.
And no good on the last second attempt this time. And so it's Los Angeles enjoying a 12-point lead as they talk things over during the break. Their defense has been active and effective. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Well, that was an absolute masterpiece of an assist. He knew exactly when to deliver the ball, and it made for a beautiful score.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. Sliding in at the wing spot, it's Ivy and Hardaway Jr. Inside for him, it's Harris and Duran. And it's Cunningham in at the point. That's the group for Detroit right now.
A solid 6'8". Harris can more than handle his own inside. Really an overlooked part of his game.
The pass to Hachimura. Over Harris, and that one's good. Hachimura.
Yeah, not sure why he faded away there. Sure looked like he had plenty of space.
Passes it to Duran. Back to Ivy. Harris trying to get free. Second chance shot. LeBron with the block.
You got to keep an eye out for LeBron. He may be lurking. What a block that one was.
Well, with his team leading, he might just want to put that one in his pocket next time.
And we're seeing some big paydays for NBA head coaches these days, Stan.
First personal foul.
Do you miss it?
Do I miss the paychecks? Yeah, payday was always really good in the NBA. No question about that.
What about
but
now, though? What about now?
Well, it's gone through the roof. But look, the trade-off is the paydays are big, but there's not a great deal of job security, Kevin.
And he can't get the first one.
The first thing people mention about Ivy is that explosiveness. The first step allows him to get downhill and really makes him effective in those ISO situations.
And the Lakers making a change here. Finney Smith's checked in. He hits the second from the line. Los Angeles leading by 11. LeBron outside. Pass to Finney Smith from downtown. Good, and the assist goes to James.
Finney Smith.
James has got 3 assists tonight.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Harris against Hachimura. Harris, good.
And it does a world of good for them to have Harris getting busy inside. Gives them that inside-out edge they're looking for.
Now, here's Doncic. From past the arc. Duran pulls it in. Duran's got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Rui Hachimura picks one up.
And whenever Harris is aggressive like this, I think it's for the best because he has that ability to attract contact.
2 shots.
The first one falls.
He's just one of those veterans you can count on from the line. Harris really makes an impact from the strike.
And Harris drops them both.
We expect nothing less. He's generally been very good at the line.
Doncic passes to James. Now Hachimura, guarded by Harris. Pulls it from the elbow. And that one's good. Hachimura. And the Lakers lead by 12.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
Pass to Hardaway. A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter. Harris inside. He's against Hachimura. A nice shot by Harris.
What a difference a half can make. As much as he struggled in the first 2 quarters, he certainly made up for it with his play in the second half.
And the Lakers call time here. And during this timeout, I'm sure they'll be hydrating themselves with Gatorade. All the effort out there on the floor, and these timeouts can be such a huge factor in getting a short rest and recharging the battery. And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Hey guys, J.J. Redick's message with his team was simple. Now he kept it simple in the huddle. He said, play smart. We don't beat ourselves, we walk away with the win. Keep it simple, and we got this. Back to you guys.
All right, thank you, David.
At the line.
And a look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for Los Angeles.
Well, they've clearly been focused on getting the ball inside. And up to this point, the defense has not had an answer.
And another thing, guys, they've dominated on fast breaks tonight, outrunning their opponent the entire game.
Free throw drops for James.
The feel LeBron has for the game, unreal. Whatever situation he finds himself in, he always seems to have an answer.
And James drills them both. Around 3 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Cunningham outside. And the pass to Ivy. Harris with it. On the wing, Hardaway. 4 on the shot clock. Over Finney-Smith. They grab their own miss. Here's Durant. And 3 chances on that possession, but they just couldn't find a way to score.
A good board there, Kevin, but overall they're getting slightly out-rebounded. Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Yeah, come on. They're just having their way out there and continuing to press the advantage.
Time called here. The Pistons decide to talk it over.
And the lack of rim protection, top of the list.
Well, if you're just going to let them score inside at will, you might as well pack your bags.
And now, a moment to present the New Balance Player of the Game, LeBron James.
And as you'd expect, he's done most of his damage in that low block. I mean, that was the game plan, to get it to him in the paint and just let him go to work. And boy, has the big fella delivered. He has just killed them down low.
Coming into this game, he'd been having a tough stretch. We all know that, but not anymore. He's back at his best, and I think it's safe to say that slump is over. Now, here's Cunningham. That's in. That's his 5th field goal. He's shooting a hot 71%. 5 for 7. Los Angeles leading by 12. Bounce pass from Reeves. Here's Doncic. Rebounded by Cade Cunningham.
2 minutes remaining.
And it's Cunningham with the ball for Detroit. Ivy kicks to Cunningham. The His shot misses. Nice D from Doncic. There's a minute 40 left in the fourth quarter, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And so confident, even amongst the trees. Doncic is fantastic at forcing the issue close to the rim.
Doncic. Luka Doncic. 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
He misses the free throw.
The all-around game of Doncic is impressive. A walking triple-double threat every night.
And he sinks the second. Here is Cunningham. 1:39 left in the fourth quarter. Thompson in the corner. Harris inside the line. The Pistons rebound. Reeves against Ivy. Over Reeves. The shot by Ivy, no good. Los Angeles leading by 13. Now, here's Doncic. Passes to Hayes. Pass to Reeves. And they call an illegal screen here.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet weren't set on that screen. Easy call.
Look, you can get away with a lot in terms of screens today, but you can't make it that obvious.
Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Hachimura.
And these are the types of games where one team clearly has the edge. Tonight, it will be a win by a large margin for Los Angeles.
He had a fantastic play from the bench.
And this team has great depth, and they showed it in this game.
And so with this win, they'll move to 6 victories on the season.
And so they'll take the first game of the season series, a team they'll only see twice. They're certainly happy to start it off with a win.
And something we've come to almost expect is greatness from this guy. Such an overall great performance it was for LeBron.
Well, he came out with great energy and effort, doing everything he could possibly do to help his team.
Now here's James. We've got 22 seconds left in the game. Reeves can't hit. Here's Ivy. And it's Finney-Smith with the rebound. Reeves outside. So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. They came in here and took care of business like they were the home team.
And the mental toughness that this group showed, they were never rattled at all by the opposing fans.
And we've got David Aldridge standing by on our sideline with the player of the game. David, it's all yours.
Thanks very much, LeBron. You keep taking care of business. How is your game traveling on the road?
You know, we're just trying to have a road warrior mentality. We understand when we go on the road, it's just us. The Laker faithful, they travel with us too sometimes, but we know it's just all about us and how we can play well on the road, and we've been doing that this year so far.
Yeah, you kept this crowd quiet down the stretch, man. Congrats on the win. Back to you.
Thank you, David. And that'll do it, folks. So, for Stan Van Gundy, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thank you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. See you later.